What's happening, everybody? JayShockblast here, and man, oh man, Guardians of the Galaxy are coming back, and some of you may not even be aware they were gone. So unless you're following the comics, as part of the Infinity storyline, the Guardians of the Galaxy broke up. A bunch of new Infinity Stones showed up in the universe, and they all disagreed on what to do with the stones that they had. And obviously Thanos is in play. It's a great storyline. I've not been more excited for Marvel Comics in a while because I am more of a cosmic Marvel fan. I love the cosmic universe. Everybody that always asks knows that I love Annihilation, which is my favorite storyline, straight through War of Kings, Realm of Kings, all that stuff. And you know, that is the birth of the modern Guardians of the Galaxy, this kind of current run that we've seen for the past, 10 or so years, where we had Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Rocket, and Groot. There have been some other characters that have popped in and out. We've seen Iron Man, Agent Venom, Ant-Man, Angela, other characters kind of tag along for a minute here and there. We've seen, Richard Rider's Nova pop back up with them. So it's been super interesting, and I look at this image, and from what I understand, I haven't counted myself, there's like 35 different characters here. I don't know if these are the only characters being considered for the new Guardians of the Galaxy that's going to be forming in January 2019, written by Donnie Cates, who's doing Thanos Legacy right now. I believe he's also been doing Venom for a little while. So there's so many great characters here. Obviously we have Peter Quill and Gamora and Charlie 27, and I think that's Oracle, kind of right in the center. That might be Nikki behind them. I'm not quite sure, but like some of these characters, Howard the Duck, Adam Warlock. You have the brother of Thanos, Star Fox, who's like one of the worst Avengers, I believe. You have Smasher, and then there's Drax. You can see Beta Ray Bill, and you can see, Richard Rider's Nova in the top right, which has me so excited. Major Victory, Martin X. You got the whole Shi'ar, crew on the left side. You even see Darkhawk kind of in between Wraith, Super-Skrull, and Groot. You've got old school OG Yondu. You got the Starjammers. I can see right there is Cyclops and Havoc's father, which is shoot, what's his name? I'm so blanking. Corsair. There's Chode, and there's a few characters there, man. And, like it's awesome. Like, this is an awesome image, and I'm so excited to see what they're gonna do next with Guardians of the Galaxy. They're doing this weird as Guardians of the Galaxy thing, which I haven't read yet, obviously, so I don't know what it's all about. I'm willing to give it a chance. Oh, look, you even got Cosmic Ghost Rider up at the top, hidden by Galactus. You've got Silver Surfer under Galactus's armpit. I mean, this is going to be impressive. Moondragon, I don't know under Nova if that's Phyla-Vell or not. I don't think it is. Maybe it's Nebula with hair. I don't know. But some of these characters are super obscure. And again, I'm just hyped up, man. So obviously we're going to have a new Guardians of the Galaxy team. That leads me to believe that we are not going to have the standard 5 coming back together. And I'll be honest with you, I'm fine with that. I think if any of the original, I don't mean to say original 5, but the modern 5 that we all know from the movies and stuff like that, if we're going to see any of them come back, I think Peter Quill has to be one of them. And I love this look for Peter Quill. It's got his original Guardians kind of jersey, if you will, with his more modern mask. And I love that look for Star-Lord. I think it's going to be awesome. I would love to see Ryder and Darkhawk part of the team. I love Richard Rider's version of Nova. He's my favorite comic book character, right there with Deadpool. And I don't need him in a book by himself. While I would love it, I want to see him get reestablished and worked into the Guardians. Another thing to consider, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is on hold because of the whole James Gunn situation. working Drax out of this group would save them the headache of all the crying that Dave Bautista is doing in the background. So, and look, I agree. I would stand up for my friend too. I'm not trying to take sides here, but at the same time, I don't really feel like Dave is being very professional. I think there's ways to do it and ways to not do it. I don't think he's helping his cause the way he is. But, you know, Marvel, I think, uses the comics at this point as a playground for what they could possibly do. So I would love to see a new team starting with Star-Lord, Darkhawk, Nova as my top 3. I think if one of the other 4 had to come back, Gamora would make a lot of sense because a lot of things are going to happen. I don't want to do spoilers for Infinity right now, but you know, Gamora is kind of in a hard place at the moment. So I would not be shocked to see her come back into the fold. Honestly, Rocket and Groot, they can go off and do their own book and do their own thing, and I'd be completely fine with that. That's kind of how they came into this mess. And honestly, they don't really fit the whole Guardians, you know, theme anyway in the grand scheme of things. I don't want to see any of the Shi'ar. I hope that the Shi'ar are there just because they've been a group that, you know, the Guardians have kind of battled with. I'm wondering if that's Lilandra, like next to Gladiator, and if she's back. I mean, because that would be interesting. She died during War of Kings. They thought it was Darkhawk, but it was actually Talon. So, you know, that's how all these characters work together, and it's so great. Like I said, that is my favorite storyline in the Marvel Universe. I know that there's a million great ones out there, but I just love it. So, like, I would love to see these characters in here. I would love it if they could bring back Phyla-Vell. I really always loved her design anyway. I think she's like a really awesome looking character, and she's been very, very powerful. I mean, she's been, you know, Quasar, she's been Captain Marvel, but either way, I just think that she would be a very good replacement for Gamora, or somebody that could work, you know, very well alongside Gamora. So that would be pretty cool. Other than that, I don't really know who I would want to see. I definitely don't want to see Star Fox. I guess I could see Smasher in the group, kind of replacing Drax, but I think Smasher, who is basically next to Drax, I think she's part of that Shi'ar army, Imperial Guard. So I don't know if that would work. Beta Ray Bill, I guess I would be okay with that. I'm not really like a huge fan of the original Guardians, but I guess if the OG kind of Yondu came back in, that would be okay with me. Like, I don't really need to see Charlie 27 or Martin X. I mean, I guess Major Victory, but here's the problem that we run into. A lot of male characters, and I think we need to start I mean, it's just natural. There's got to be, you know, at least 1 or 2 female characters merging in here too, and I just don't know which ones I would want other than maybe Gamora and Phyla-Vell. So my new Guardians team, and the other thing is, I don't need just 5 characters, okay? I want to have, you know, a nice 7 or 8 person team. And so we're going with Star-Lord, Nova, Darkhawk, Gamora, Phyla-Vell. Let's get Howard the Duck in there for your kind of comic relief, taking that that Rocket Raccoon kind of role. So that's 6. And then, you know, I don't need Ronan. He can stay with the Kree. And then, you know, hey, it might be somebody that's not in this picture at all. I don't need Cosmic Ghost Rider or Silver Surfer. They can go do their thing with Galactus, who is now the Devourer of Worlds again. You know, Major Victory, but he's in the future, I thought he's like Guardians 3000 now. But whatever, I mean, time shifts and all that stuff. That Oracle character that's right next to Star-Lord, she looks pretty dope. I wouldn't be surprised to see Adam Warlock team up with the crew. So let's go back. Star-Lord 1, Nova 2, Darkhawk 3, Gamora 4, Phyla-Vell 5, Adam Warlock 6, Howard the Duck 7, and Smasher. There's my 8. So 5 males, 3 females. That's who I would love to see as my Guardians of the Galaxy 4.0, I guess. What do you guys think of this, man? Like, I know I've had this image up here for a while, but it looks fantastic. I'm super excited about it. The art is being done by Geoff Shaw. I probably should have said that a lot sooner. Donnie Cates and Geoff Shaw are both working on Thanos Legacy together, which I believe comes out this week. So I'm hyped up. The new Guardians of the Galaxy will debut in January of 2019. So be on the lookout. I'll try to keep you guys up to date. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you.